what happened to the 5.3 theory? Is the 5.3 theory still alive? Is the 5.3 theory invalidated? But what went wrong with the 5.3 theory? Is it possible to get back on track? Is it completely off the table? What is the latest? What are my thoughts on the 5.3 theory? Let's get into all of that. Let's go. Poor hamster, that's you, grinding away at your 9-to-5, missing out on trades bigger than Hulk Hogan's biceps. It's Black Friday, time to stop buying crap and start making bank. If you want some get-rich-quick garbage, go buy a lottery ticket. If you're ready to get off the couch, wipe the Cheetos from your face, and actually put in a little effort, my course bundle will be the best decision you have ever made in crypto. Learn how to create an extra stream of income through day trading, swing trading, and long-term investing. Get my unique system built on 25 years of experience. No fluff, no BS, just simple, proven strategies to dominate Bitcoin, altcoins, and the stock market. It's so simple, even your idiot friend could do it. Black Friday only, massive 79% off. One-time payment equals lifetime access. Be cool and pay in crypto and instantly save an extra $450. Perfect for a busy schedule. You only need 5 or 10 minutes per day. Mika is up 100,000, Mac is up 700,000, and Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio. And you're next. Crypto Crew University, turning hamsters into high rollers since 2017. Clock is ticking. Sign up now, cryptocrewuniversity.com. Here we are on the Bitcoin US dollar index, and today we're on the 2-month chart. Now, the 5.3 theory, let's first start out with what is it? So a few years ago, I came across this and it's fascinating. Why? Because it's based on math and it looks at each market cycle that Bitcoin has had. It looks at from the bottom of that market to the top, what that percentage gain is. And if you take that number and divide it by 5.3, it projects out what the next market cycle top will look like. Again, not to the exact dollar amount, but roughly speaking, it was fascinatingly accurate. Not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. In other words, you take that percentage gain from this cycle from the bottom to the top, you divide that number by 5.3, it projects out what that next market cycle will do. Once you have the bottom of said cycle, you can find the top years in advance, or so we thought. Now, what's happening with the 5.3 theory recently? Well, you take our most recent cycle of 2,200%, you divide that by 5.3, you get something like 415 or roughly percent, right? And when you go up to that number, you get what could be the potential top. Now, a few years ago, when we came up with the 5.3 theory, we covered the 5.3 theory and we said, look, this thing is fascinating. It's really cool, right? It's based on math. It coincides with so many different mathematical phenomenons and is very interesting, right? But a couple of years ago, I said, I will not be selling based on one chart. I will look at the 15 charts that I like, and I need to look for confluence amongst those charts. That's what I said a couple of years ago. Now, I've made multiple videos since then reiterating this to my audience. Most recently, when Bitcoin was at roughly 60K, way before we had any sort of market cycle outburst, way before any sort of all-time high, way before any presidential election, I said, look, here's the latest on the 5.3 theory. I still think it's really cool. It's still based on math. It's still pretty cool. And I still will not be taking profits if that high number is met. Why? Because it's one individual chart, and that would be quote unquote stupid. I literally said that in the video that it would be stupid. Why? Because there's no professional trader in the world that will base things on one chart. If they do, they will be a professional trader not for very long, right? That's a horrific strategy. So predicting the market cycle top is ridiculously hard, right? Let's be honest. It is ridiculously hard. But the 5.3 theory was very fascinating. Now, it's on the verge of potentially being invalidated, and I want to get to that. Before we do, we've got to illustrate there's two big differences here. When Bitcoin was at 15,000, 16,000, 17,000, there was confluence amongst the charts that I study, and a lot of confluence. And I said with my cojones on the table, it is highly likely the bottom is in and you should be buying. That's called a prediction based on confluence, right? You've never heard me say the top is in Bitcoin. It's highly likely you should be selling. Never. Why? Because we haven't had confluence of that. There was one individual chart, the 5.3 theory, which a couple of years ago predicted what might be the top. Okay, so huge difference there. Now, more on the could be invalidated. Now, I said all along that plus or minus one standard deviation, right? If you have some sort of a theory like this that's, based on these market cycles and based on this math, there's never been a time where Bitcoin hit it at the dollar amount, right? It's always plus or minus. And it would be fair to say plus or minus one standard deviation. And according to folks that are in the math circle, they deem a standard deviation plus or minus 20%. In other words, if market cycle top was predicted at roughly 80K, 20% added on top of that would be 96K. And we would have to look at the bodies of the candle and coordinate that with 96K. Not on the daily. You can't find me covering Bitcoin on daily chart. We look at the weekly as the smallest time frame we look at, but we mainly look at the 2 week. We also look mostly at the monthly. So I would say on the monthly, we need a close above 96. Simple terms, if we had a close above 100K as support, that would definitely invalidate the 5.3 theory. What if you could stop missing huge trades and start creating multiple streams of income? Black Friday only. My popular course bundle is a massive 79% off. Plus, when you sign up with crypto, instantly save an extra $450. Watch at your own speed whenever you want from any phone, tablet, or computer. Get my unique hybrid system that has minted many millionaires. Perfect for a busy schedule, just 5 to 10 minutes per day and lifetime access. Mika's up 100,000, Max up 700,000, Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio, and you're next. Clock is ticking. Sign up now. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Am I going to be sad or lose sleep over it? No. I still think it's pretty cool. When you look at it, right, there are some flaws. And this is something that I don't know if people noticed this, but I find this interesting. I'll bring it up to you guys now. And this is so interesting. When I discovered the 5.3 theory, Bitcoin was still young. So to get a chart with all of its data was almost impossible. So when I discovered the 5.3 theory, we quite literally didn't have all the data on the chart. Okay. After I discovered the 5.3 theory, maybe it was like months and months and months and months later, they came with a new version of a Bitcoin chart, which had more data, the early days. And that comes here. So this part of the chart was not quantified with the 5.3 theory because this part of the chart literally didn't exist when I discovered the 5.3 theory. So this could throw a pretty big wrench in the system because then the 5.3 theory is invalidated. I didn't see a lot of people pick that up, although folks that follow my channel, they probably realized, but they probably put two and two together and they're like, well, this part of the chart, literally, we didn't have access to it when the 5.3 theory was discovered. So I still think it's super cool. If it's invalidated, great. I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I said repeatedly, I'm not going to sell if and when it's hit. I will sell when the 15 charts that I study have confluence. Now, for somebody to say, okay, to predict the market cycle top, how easy or hard is that to do for the average person or an expert? I would say it's remarkably hard for both. For somebody who would be considered an expert, it's remarkably hard to predict a market cycle top. And for the average Joe, it's even harder, right? It's difficult. But I'm going to try my best. I'm going to look for confluence. But one thing you haven't heard me say in this bull cycle since 2022 is that the top is in, that you should take profits, that it's highly likely the top is in. I have not said that because the charts that I study haven't quantified that. Okay. So I will continue to study those. Am I going to get the top right or wrong? Who knows? And I also don't really care, right? That's not a huge part of my strategy. It's more important when to buy Bitcoin. If you think that Bitcoin is the future, which I do, I'm really looking 10 years out, 15 years out, 20 years out. I don't care what happens later this year or next year. It's just not interesting to me. What is interesting is trying to stockpile as many Bitcoins as possible. That's more interesting. That's a more challenging game. The short term of what, oh my God, Bitcoin is up $4 or down tomorrow, it just doesn't appeal to me. And if you watch my videos, that's become abundantly clear over the past 8 years because I've said it probably 1,000 times, right? It's just, I want more people to adopt that mindset because it changes the game, right? Too many people in crypto are focused on tomorrow and, oh my God, how can I make money tomorrow? Tomorrow is not going to impact the next 10 years of your life. You want to change your mindset to how can I impact the next 10 years of my life? Then you start making way different decisions. Almost everybody is making short-term decisions which have minimal impact on their next 10 years. That's why their next 10 years didn't pan out like they wanted it to, because their mindset was focused on things insignificant to their actual goals of the next 10 years. Just let that sink in. Rewind this video and play that again, because that is so important in life. And with crypto especially, crypto, it captivates everybody's attention, and people are so glued to, oh my God, Bitcoin is going up a little bit today, and then tomorrow it's down, and then up, and then down, and then everybody is so drawn to every little move in Bitcoin where they lose sight on the big game that they're trying to play, which is stockpile as many Bitcoins as humanly possible, which means if you have less than 5 years trading experience, you need my courses first and foremost, and you should stop selling, because selling is where you're making all of your mistakes. Don't trust me, look at your results. I guarantee you did not make your mistakes when you're buying. You made them selling out of greed, because you're like, you know what? I'm going to sell and I'm going to buy back when it goes lower. And then it doesn't. The market always goes in the opposite direction that you think on purpose, right? It's a hard game to play, but you're playing the short-term game, which is even harder. If you played the longer-term game, not only is it easier, not only are the signals right in your face, it makes the game easier and way less emotion tied to it, which emotion is a money killer. So the 5.3 theory, it's on the verge of potentially being invalidated. We will really, the easiest way to see is if Bitcoin has a close with the body of a candle on a higher time frame above 100K, it's definitely invalidated. Right? If somehow that doesn't happen, then the 5.3 theory still has some ground to try to stand on, albeit a small piece of ground. So we'll see how it pans out. Either way, I still give a lot of respect to the chart, and the 5.3 theory was fascinating, but luckily we don't trade based on one individual chart, nor will we ever tell anybody to trade based on one chart. That's literally silly. So more on the 5.3 theory. Let me know in your comments down below what your prediction is with the 5.3 theory. By the way, as you know, if you watch my channel, I have been on YouTube now for 8 years. This is my 8th year making videos about crypto. And for these years, I have taken a total of $0 in paid promotion, meaning all the dirty scam coins that reach out to me, they want to give me boatloads of money for me to lie to you so I can benefit my pockets and their pockets by taking advantage of you. I've said no to all of it. In crypto, there might be 1 or 2 other humans on planet Earth who have denied these types of deals for years and years and years. Okay, I've taken 0 paid ads. And if you watch my videos, you say, oh my God, Steve, there's a YouTube ad. yeah, I don't own YouTube. YouTube can automatically put ads on our video and I can't do or say anything about it. Paid ads are what I agreed to say, oh, I will promote this product or promote this thing or promote that or whatever, which, you know, everyone in crypto is taking those because there's a lot of money thrown at me. I've turned down millions of dollars over the years saying no to all of these crypto companies and instead standing behind what I believe in, which is truly trying to help you, not lying to you, not trying to deceive you, not trying to take advantage of you to benefit myself. I have no other reason to sit in this chair than try to make videos to help people stay more level-headed, to try to help them make better decisions for their future and try to open their mind to a different game that they haven't played yet. That's my purpose on this planet. So I haven't taken any paid ads. What we do is we have 4 sales per year, and we have sales on things that I built with my 2 hands, and we have sales on things that actually change lives. And I put my heart and soul into it, and it would be an injustice not to talk about them. But on purpose, I don't promote them, but I promote them 4 times per year. So I understand if you watch my videos just sometimes and you're like, oh my God, suddenly Steve is making more videos and promoting these course things. What are these course things? Why is he talking about this? They've quite literally minted many millionaires. It's my 25 years of experience when I personally have been an idiot time and time again when I was a teenager and in college, making just silly mistakes trading. Instead of having all of that heartache and making all of those costly mistakes, you can take my course and skip like 5 to 7 years of headaches and just get to the good stuff, which is winning. So that's why I do it. So I just wanted to be fully transparent. If you're somebody who's like, oh my God, why is he talking about this? And what are these courses? I haven't had a sale on my courses in over a year. I've gotten so many requests. Steve, please have a sale on your courses. I've been wanting to sign up for so long. Now you can. Okay. So I just wanted to be fully transparent. I can understand from your side, but understand from my side, I don't take paid ads. And I'm one of the only humans on planet Earth in crypto who can say that for 8 years consecutively. Okay. The only thing I sell is what I built with my 2 hands that actually changes lives. Okay. Plain and simple. All right. So I just wanted to be fully transparent and just be open and honest, and for you to try to better understand what is going on. So in other words, when we have a sale, which is 4 times a year, everybody wins. You win, you get more videos from me, which you like, which help you. And then I can promote something that I know is going to help change more people's lives. And then whoever signs up for that thing is highly likely to have their life changed, right? What I've also done is, worst case scenario, you sign up to the courses and somehow you don't like them, which I think is almost impossible to happen. But if it did, I wanted to create so much value that it's still a no-brainer. In other words, if you sign up and somehow you think it's worth 0, which I think the chances of that might be 0, but if you did, right, I have 3 trade alerts that you get automatically when you sign up. And it would be really hard not to make at least $3,000 to $5,000 with these trade alerts. Way more than the courses cost. In other words, the worst case outcome of you signing up is making more money than you did, even if you think the courses are worth 0, which is highly unlikely to happen. That's how I like to set up deals. It's a huge win for you to really impact your life. That's real talk. So I wanted to leave you on that note. Mika's up over 100,000, Mark's up over 700,000, Roxanne 20x'd her portfolio, and Tornado says, my YouTube videos 5x'd his life, but my courses 1000x'd his life. Sign up now, clock is ticking, CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Breaking news. My popular courses are now translated into the following languages: Spanish, German, Dutch, Polish, and Hindi. Tell this to one person who you believe can speak these languages. This is a game changer. CryptoCrewUniversity.com. Clock is ticking.